What's going on, fellas? Welcome to episode 2 of Film Study, the Madden Rewind Film Study. And today, we're going back about 6 years to Madden 14 when I played Evil Ken, who's one of the legends in the community, one of the best players of all time, especially on the offensive side of the ball. It was in a final 8 game of an Atlanta $5,000 tournament. And, it's a crazy game. But in this episode, we're going to break down some things that are universally work every year in Madden. And I know what you're saying, Madden 14, that's 6 years ago. But these concepts that we're going to show you, the strategizing, the way you game plan, the confidence you need to have to be one of the best, and as well as things like manipulating different zones, going to different plays in your arsenal versus coverages you see. And we'll see that when we watch Ken, how prolific he is on offense and the confidence he displays. So some things we're going to break down here for episode 2. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel, hitting that bell so you're notified when I drop all this content. And make sure you like this video and comment down below what you want to see in the future, what pro players you want to see me go against. And that's it, guys. Let's jump into the video. Enjoy.
Alright guys, I'm super excited for this game. I haven't watched this in years. This is from Madden 14 or Madden 25 as it's known. And we're starting off in the second quarter because of how the way the stream went. There was a game on before this. And me and Ken, we were lab partners that year. We played a lot with each other. We knew exactly what each other wanted to do. We were both high-powered on offense as well. As you can see, the quality is not great because it is streamed from 6-7 years ago. But Ken was high-powered in that trips tight end. And Ken is a legend. He's been known for his high-powered gun bunch and gun trips tight end. And as you can see here, he comes out on trips tight end, but he goes to bunch a lot. And he's using Josh Johnson at quarterback with that mobility. And, he liked to utilize a lot of motioned in slants. And it really, that year, bunch was so good that year because the ability to really, you could really, destroy the zones, basically. You could, manipulate the zones is what the word I was looking for, with motion slants, motion in and out routes, as you'll see in my offense. But with Ken, he likes this motion slant pretty much every play. And then he would have, a post. He went with the curl there with a nice click-on user catch. But, he was just so good on offense. His route combos were insane. He knew how to manipulate every defense. And I was in a lot of this is when I ran a lot of the quarters run commit defense, which was really good. It was a man-to-man, but they would get back and play good defense. As you can see, everything's pretty much locked up. Then I have the spy with that 49ers and Patrick Willis. But he had that Josh Johnson with that mobility to be able to swerve the spy. So there's a lot of concepts here we can take, though, into the new Maddens. Because, you want to utilize different routes that will beat, different coverages. And he recognized there that I was in man, and he didn't have success there, but now he knows. And then I go back to this nickel, which I ran a lot of. Oh, and I almost blow it up. I do blow it up with Patrick Willis. And Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. It's so funny to watch. As you can see, my guy RG down there in the bottom corner commentating here in Atlanta, Georgia. But yeah, so my first drive, I went down easily and scored, and I felt like I had the best offense that year. My gun bunch was unbelievably good. Probably the best offensive year I ever had. And Ken is smart here because he's utilizing clock now. And like we've talked about in these film studies, you want to be able to get the points last before halftime. And that's what Ken is trying to do. He's a seasoned veteran. And he throws a risky little in route right there. He went with that flood play, that tight end crosser route. And that play is still really good here in Madden 20. I've been using it a lot. When you get that tight end on that crosser route, and then you have a backside motion slant. So the same concept works here in Madden 14 as it does in Madden 20. So a big 3rd and 9 now, and I got to get off the field. I'd expect Ken to go to that motion slant again with Sanu, and then have some type of backside post, or maybe an out route here to AJ Green on the outside. So you got the slant. He throws the halfback wheel underneath. I need to make a tackle, and I do. So it's a big tackle for me right there, and I'll be able to hold him to 3. As we're getting into halftime. And guys, this is the final 8 game to go to the final 4 of the tournament. I believe it was a $5,000 tournament, maybe a little less. But here we go, big 4th and 5. I'm still in that nickel sugar look. And he throws the wide open flat route. That was a great adjustment by him. He kind of caught me lacking right there. I didn't have any flats to the outside. Quick snap me a little bit. And that's what Ken does, man. He recognizes those type of things so well. You can't make any mental mistakes on defense versus him. He's always on his game. He knows everything about offense in Madden. And as you see here, he's utilizing this clock very well. Getting down to under a minute. And he wants to score a touchdown with no time left. And man, that 49ers defense was crazy back then. Chris Culliver was like 94 speed, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman. And that was a good play call by him. So he allows himself to use some more clock. He gets a positive 7-yard gain. Goes to the hurry up now. And I'm still in this nickel sugar strong look. He's going to go to bunch here. I recognize that I'm making adjustments as fast as I can. And now I'm on Patrick Willis. He goes with the base. So that's okay. If he has his 3 timeouts, he's still not going to use them. There was no runoff back then in Madden 14. And I would think he's going to go. He has a money red zone play here. It was 4 verticals out of spread, and you would be able to hit your slot guys in the back of the end zone as well as the outside guys. This is really tough to stop, this play. It was like almost guaranteed. That's why he's wasting so much time. As you can see there, we get a huge swat, though, and I had to force him to kick 3 now. So it was a little of a mistake there by him. He wasted too much time. He probably should have hiked it with about 15 seconds left to give himself a couple more plays, but he didn't. And he's so confident in this red zone play that he's going to take another chance. And you wouldn't see that in today's day with how the game is. But this year, this back in Madden 14 offense was so crazy. And as you can see, I gave it up, and that was a dagger. If you could see my face right there, I was so mad because that was just horrible. But that just shows you one of the most crucial aspects in competitive Madden is confidence. And you could see Ken, he knows how good that play was. He practiced that a million times. It was like a guaranteed red zone conversion to him, or at least an 80% chance of converting. That's why he would never even think to kick that field goal. He's so confident in his offense. And I tell people all the time, confidence is one of the most important aspects of competitive Madden, even more than skill, more than strategy. So it was just a dagger right there for me. But Ken really took advantage, and he does get ball again coming out of half. So it was really a heartbreaking situation for me. You couldn't get anything worse out of that. Now I'm really putting myself in a deficit because I know how good Ken is in offense. We play all the time at this point. I know everything he wants to do. He knows everything I do on defense. And I don't like playing people ever that know exactly what I want to do. So he goes underneath flat here. Looks like Andrew Hawkins. And the thing about Ken, the way he's always played offense too, is he likes to audible around a lot. He always has different formations, which makes him so difficult to stop because he can go to different things. He has different setups for his different looks. He's got me up top there, looks like. Yep, huge bomb right there to Hawkins again. I had Tremaine Brock on him, doesn't have enough speed. And Andrew Hawkins just right over the top. So I'm really struggling right now to get a stop. Ken looks prolific on offense. And like I'll tell you guys, these concepts still work today. Now I'm going back to the quarters for deep, so I'm really not sure what I want to do on defense. And I go to the run commit defense again. He's got a beater for that. But we're playing good enough man coverage, and he can't really. We got to click on here to Willis. We do. He still gets a positive gain. So I'm playing good defense when I go to the quarters, and I would like to see myself stay in that all game. It really is making him struggle to move the ball down the field, and I go back to it here. But I can't allow him to swerve my spy. He's going to go to Trey open here. Look for maybe a corner route and then a motion slant again. See what he goes to. Yeah, he's got the corner out and motion out route. Nice play call. He has double out routes on both sides, so that was great recognition by him. He had double man beaters on both sides with the motion out route and then the halfback out route. So big 3rd and inches here. You know, he's gonna go to goal line. Probably give it to Ben Jarvis. He was a power back. He could fall forward in these situations. Look at how young I was, man. We're rocking the snap. No man bun. As Gio Bernard with a power O wide open, and now you can see in my face I'm stressed because this is a tough spot. The clock, we're almost into the 4th quarter now. He's taken up this whole 3rd quarter. I haven't had an answer to stop him. So let's see what I go back to. I'm in the nickel strong. I like to see myself play a little man coverage. He goes to his red zone beater. He has the wheel route wide open, and he gets a big drop. Ooh, if we could have picked that. Yeah, so this was you see the bottom. It was a 2-day tournament, double tournament, so $2,500 on each day. So it was $5,000 total. But he's gonna go back to his patented play. He's gonna try to get me quick. He quick snaps me, and luckily he went inside zone or quick base, so I was able to stop him. I believe he's gonna go to the full verticals here, and if I was smart, I want to be able to not be quick snapped. I need to get off my D lineman. I'm trying to set up my defense for it. I get good on Willis. Okay, good. We're playing good defense. He tries to go double slants. He's going to have to swerve with Johnson. Oh, jeez. Let's go. Oh, we didn't get a hit. We didn't get a fumble. Patrick Willis laying him out. So I did my part there. I know he took up most of the third quarter. He looked good, but we were able to get off the field when we had to hold him to 3. As you can see, RG is probably saying that down the bottom there, that was a big defensive stop. I was able to hold him to 3, that high-powered offense. And now I'm going to have a chance here. And this is the first time we're going to see me on offense in this game because we didn't get to see that first drive. And then Ken has basically had control of has had possession control basically the whole game. So here we go with my gun bunch flipped offense. This is, like I said, my best year playing offense. I went with this play. I went with the play Z spot a lot. You'll see Crabtree in the slot on the corner route, which basically was unguardable. I had a motion out route with an in route and a halfback wheel to the backside. Then the solo receiver was on one of those post routes. They still have them in the game. They're not as good, but that year they were one of the best routes in the game. So I went with that a lot. I would audible all around a lot too to this 5-wide empty Saint formation as it's called now with double whip routes. This was one of the best plays in the game as well. But I'm being a little impatient. I had the whip route from the jump, and there I go to Frank Gore. So I really stayed in bunch, went to a little empty Saint, and then I had a little bit of trips tight end mixed in. But the problem is that, like I said, Ken knew exactly everything I wanted to do. He played me a million times online prepping for this tournament. Let's see what I go to here. Little doubles on. Okay, yep. Maybe, what do we see? A little inside zone. Okay, so Frank Gore. Now right here, I can take it to the end of the third now. So that was it's a beautiful drive by me right here. I want to score last. I'm down 3, but I look great on offense right here. As you can see, Boog's down the bottom right. See, we're a couple OGs, man. We've been around so long. Boogs and RG, 2 of the best guys in the community. But yeah, gonna take this down to the end of the third quarter here, and I really just want to use as much clock as I can. I don't want to give Ken the ball back on offense, man. We've seen how good he looks. He's prolific. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 1. Going back to that doubles, which I had success with on the previous play. Let's see if I go inside zone again. He run commits, but we're able to get up the middle of Franco. We had a little pancake block. It looked like a chop block. And a big run right there. I should have went to the ground game a little bit more. As you can see, Frank Gore 4 for 33. And now, am I going to go under center for some runs here? A little I-form action. All right, so yeah, it looks like I'm in this I-form pro. I would expect a halfback blast. It was one of the better runs that year. Maybe a dive or power O, but I think it was the blast or the halfback zone that was really good. And he run commits, and I go to the zone, and we get a decent amount of yards, 4 yards right there with Gore. And now we can take this. So this is an important thing right here. You want to take this under 2 minutes and 40 seconds now, because then you only have one more play to the 2-minute warning. So these 40-minute increments when it comes into the game are super important. I go to the motion out route. Let's see if I got the in route. I take off with Kaepernick, swerve the spy. So it was Ken winning a lot of zone right there. I had my zone beater with Z spot with the out route, the in route, and then the corner route. So that out route and corner route would really manipulate the zones. If he had a cloud flat or a purple back then, which were better, I'd be able to hit the underneath out route. If he had a hard flat covering the out routes, I would have been able to hit the corner route because that corner route was really glitchy that year. You couldn't guard it with much. And then I had the in route going into the halfback wheel, and that halfback wheel that year was even better than it is now because you could really quick throw that every time in the flats. Then, like I said, I had that backside post. I also went with like PA post, had some drags. The deep post route out of PA post was really good that year as well. And then halfback base out of bunch was exceptional too. So I'm in that. Looks like halfback blast again here. I expect Ken to run commit. Yeah, it looks like he's in the run commit defense. And he blows it up. Oh, but I break a tackle with Gore, get to the outside. And I think my strategy there was I didn't want to score a touchdown. I wanted to go down, so it looked like I kind of cut inside a little bit. As you can see me there, I think I look happy with running this clock. As you can see, I'm not going to hike the ball now. I'm going to sit there. We didn't have Excel clock. We didn't have Chew clock, back then. So you literally had to just put your controller down and wait to run this clock. So now I'm in complete control of the game. I'm getting it down to a minute left, and I only need a field goal to go overtime, but I obviously want to get the touchdown and take that lead. And he run commits again. I go power O, able to get the first down, and that's a beautiful situation right there again. Now Ken's going to have to call his timeouts, and he does just that. So now I'm in a great spot. up 3, over a minute to go. But the only thing is here, he's gonna get a chance to get the ball back because there's too much time. I'm too close. I can't get another first down. I'm gonna easily get a touchdown, and I get the touchdown right here. It looks like. Well, I get down to the 1, so that's a good situation actually. Now I'm on the 1. You force Ken to use another timeout, so I gotta get in the end zone here. I gotta go up 4. If I can go up 1 possession, that'll be huge. See what I go to. QB sneak, Kaepernick, easy touchdown. So now, and you can see my face, because back then, this was a lot of time to be able to move the ball down the field. There was no acceleration runoff if you stay in bounds. So this, a minute 8, 1 timeout, no runoff. Ken being probably the best offensive player in Madden at this point in his career, this was just not an ideal situation. However, I had to score it there. I had to go up 7 or 4 to go up to go up a touchdown. Now let's see what I can do here on defense. I'm going to go to the nickel, but I wish I would like to see myself stay in that quarters. Ken making some subs here, looking like he's in the snugs formation now. Now this is really, it was a great game down to the wire here. I'm in the nickel. Let's see if I can get my hot routes off. He's going to go double wheel routes. So I think he's going to motion out Bernard. So we put him on a wheel route, motioned him out. Smart strategy right there, but we're playing a lot of cover 1, and he gets me over the top with Andrew Hawkins. So I've been mixing my coverages pretty well out of the nickel strong, but Ken recognized that I went man cover 1. He motioned out Bernard on that wheel route, as you saw. Then he had another wheel route with Hawkins to the opposite side, and both wheel routes destroy man. They have for years. It worked perfectly there, and now is where it gets crazy because he does have that crazy red zone dot like we talked about to the back of the end zone. So I have to be really careful because if he gets inside the 20, it's almost guaranteed. I need to force him inbounds to use his time, use his final timeout. Throws a quick little motion slant right there. See if he goes hurry up or he does call his timeout. So he's not. So he's gonna. So this is gonna come down to his red zone play again. We're gonna have about 10 seconds left to go. We know he's gonna go to spread. We know he's gonna go to those vertical routes in the back of the end zone. I have to be ready. 10, 9, 8. He goes with the base. So he's taking this down to the final play of the game. He's gonna have 2 chances. This 6 seconds. He's gonna have 2 chances to the back of the end zone. I'm over there sweating my ass off. Because this is a spot in the Final Four. I want to win this money. That's what I'm here for. I traveled. I spent my own money. We all did to get to this tournament. That's what these underground tournaments were back then. You spend your money to get there. So here we go. 6 seconds. He's got Eifert. He's got Gresham. His 2 big bodies in the slot. Here we go. He's throwing it up top. Jermaine Gresham. Incomplete. So here we go. 2 seconds left. I'm sweating. Ken's over there with a little smile. He's like, I got him. I can do this. And I'm over there. Come on. Because I know what's coming. I play them all the time. I know what's coming. 2 seconds. I'm in the quarter, so I switch it up. I'm playing a lot of man coverage. I got everyone covered. And Ken throws his money red zone play back of the end zone, and I'm absolutely sick. You can see Lil Man in the back there, all the legends. But good game to Evil Ken, man. I mean, I'm sick, as you can see, man. I'm so mad. But Ken was one of my boys at that time, one of my best friends in the community, so I was happy that if he was going to win the tournament, if it wasn't me, I hope that he would win. So, yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, it was a tough win, but I think a tough loss. But, you know, these are things you can learn from. The concepts are universal every Madden, and a lot of things you can take from that. We learned how to, you know, different things can beat zone with the motion out route than the corner route. That's a good combo. It still works today. You can even do a flat route or a zig route with the corner route. Those things like that always work. Then you have the in route with the halfback wheel. The wheel is going to bring away the flats. You can hit that inside in route. And then sometimes the wheel route, if they don't have a hard flat, it's going to be wide open too. And then you're going to have that backside. So it really forces, because we have that in route, then we have the deep post. So it's like a high-low read as well. So it forces the user. It's just a lot of things to cover on that play. You also saw Ken utilizing that motion slant, which we know how good that is this year as well. It works versus man and zone. Ken, when I played a lot of man defense, we saw Ken go to the double wheel route. So it's just recognizing what your opponent's in and having the confidence, like Ken did, to know exactly what he needs to do in every situation. We saw those red zone conversions or touchdowns, the game winning red zone, he knew how valuable his play was. He knew how good it worked. When you have that confidence and you know exactly, because that's lab work right there, you know precisely exactly what works. Ken did. He literally clocked the game down to 5 seconds because he knew how good it was both times, end of the first half and the end of the game, because he was so confident. And then we saw him, like we said, with that motion slant, and then he had routes that beat man and zone. So a lot of things we can learn here. I know it wasn't the best quality. I know it was from 6 years ago, but I'm trying to do different things here and go back in time to all my tournament games. So we're on. This is episode 2. We got a couple more episodes coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Episode 3 coming soon.